So I know most of you have seen the part of Ocean's 13 where Matt Damon dresses up as the concierge for the rich Asian guy, and he dabs a little bit of what he calls the Gilroy on his neck to seduce the 50-year-old hotel concierge. Now in this scene, he knocks on her door and she opens it up, and all of a sudden you see the scent go into her nose, and instantly she becomes infatuated with him, sexually infatuated. And what this is in the movie is a pheromone. Now, I don't know if you know what pheromones are, but they are excreted by animals, they are excreted by humans, and what they do is they have an effect on the opposite sex. They're excreted for many different reasons, but essentially the reasons that we're concerned with are for attracting mates, attracting women. The question is, can pheromones be put on our skin to attract women? And I have some pretty conclusive results that are from my own experiences in the last couple of years. So before we get into that, I just want to say to any skeptics out there that I have no affiliation with the products that I'm about to talk about, and that pheromones do in fact exist and work. It's scientific. Bees use pheromones to attract other bees to them, to mate, and all sorts of animals do this. And we are human beings. We are just mammals. We are animals with conscious capability. There's no reason to think that we don't secrete chemicals and they don't have an effect on us. It's ignorant to think that. Our pheromones do affect women. This is why after working out, a lot of women say that they are more attracted to men because of the sweat. The pheromones in the sweat actually make women more attracted to you. So, getting back to the pheromones, I decided that I really wanted to find out if these things worked, because how cool would it be if I could pop some pheromones on my neck and seduce hot 40-year-old cougars, or even girls my age? It would be awesome. What guy doesn't want to do that? What an advantage to have over everyone else. But the problem is that when I started my research, I found that there was a lot of skeptical products out there. There was a lot of stuff that was essentially like snake oil, or it was just bullshit. There's a lot of, in any industry like this, when it comes to dating and sex and attraction, people are going to try to prey on you guys. So you need to be careful, and usually when anything is over advertised and it's crazy, like in magazines, like attract the opposite sex, it's probably just cologne, It's not that good. But I did find a place called Androtics Direct, and they have a forum called pherotalk.com. And these guys are really cool. They're like the underground layer of pheromones. They have this huge community of guys who test out these pheromones and give their experience, and it's a really cool place to go and learn more about pheromones. So I decided to order some. What I ordered was what they call ammunition, or ammo, which is like their go-to starter pheromone for men to attract women. Then I ordered another one called Tooth, or Turn Up the Heat, T-U-T-H, Turn Up the Heat, and it's supposed to be a very sexually potent pheromone that you use to essentially get girls dripping wet down there and get them into your bed to have sex with them. So I was really excited when they showed up. And just to give this company some props, and again, I don't have affiliation with them. I have no reason to hide my affiliation that I have with dozens of companies. But these products came really fast, and they gave me 2 free samples of different types of pheromones. They gave me instant openness, which is supposed to make you more open around people and people more receptive to you and want to talk to you. And another one called instant honesty, which is supposed to make people open up to you naturally. Now, I don't know 100% if they will do all that, but after using these pheromones, I can pretty much tell you that they're not just snake oil. They do work, but there's a caveat. They're not what you guys think they are, at least in my opinion. Now again, this is my opinion. Many men will disagree with everything I'm about to say here and will tell you that pheromones work for them, but I just don't believe that a big slob who has no care for himself or anything can pop some stuff on him and attract a beautiful 10. Not gonna happen, in my opinion. But let me tell you my story. The first time I used these pheromones was in college, and I used Turn Up the Heat. and I had a girl coming over who I have had sex with before, and we were basically friends with benefits. But every time in the past when we slept together, it was kind of timid, and you know, it wasn't really crazy sex. Well, I put on the Turn Up the Heat on my neck and my palms, and she came over, we started watching a movie, and about 20 minutes in, I'm telling you, like, she was rubbing all over me and she was sucking on my neck where I put the pheromones. I don't know if this is coincidence or what, but it was crazy because usually I have to make the first move with this girl. And long story short, it was the best sex that I had with this girl ever. It was wild. Like, she was an animal, she was primal, and it, to me, it was like the pheromones were counteracting her her conscious mind and bringing out her like primal instincts. That's what I felt like was happening. And then, you know, I had another experience with a different girl with these pheromones. I tried it again. This is a girl who I have, you know, been off and on with, friends with benefits. And she came over drunk one night and, you know, for lack of better words, she ripped my clothes off and was like blowing me, and it was insane. She was also like an animal, and she was drunk. This definitely helped, but every other time I've been with this girl, it has not been anywhere near as ferocious and intense as it was this time, which was really cool. So I was really impressed with the Turn Up the Heat when you are in a situation where the girl is comfortable and can let go of her inhibitions. I'm going to get more into that in a second. So don't go out and, you know, get super excited about these pheromones just yet, because I decided, yeah, this is cool when girls come over. I think they really do work because I'm not doing anything differently, and I didn't even have a placebo effect like I'm going to talk about in a second. The other pheromones, ammo and Instant Honesty and everything, I used when I went out to go meet people and to go in bars and hit on women. And to be fair, I was not nearly as good as meeting women as I am now when I use them, but I didn't notice any crazy things with girls coming up to me, buying me drinks, and me walking up to girls and making out with them, girls I didn't know, or anything like that. And this went on over a few weeks. I didn't notice anything crazy. So it led me to the conclusion that yes, pheromones work, but they only work in a certain way. And what I mean is that since we are humans and we do have conscious capability and we are able to make our own decisions, we're not animals, we don't run purely on instinct. While some girls may, and these may work on those girls, most girls don't. So when you meet a girl in real life, on the street, in a bar, she may be affected by those pheromones. She may feel something, but I believe that she's always going to overact or override those sensations and feelings and urges with her conscious mind. Oh, I don't know this guy. Who is this guy? Oh, whatever. And they're not going to work. And the girls aren't going to be coming up and crawling over you and not being able to control themselves because they are in control. Now, this may change when they get very drunk, because this is when inhibitions go out the window and they are not in control. So essentially what I'm saying is here is that if you're not great at meeting women and you can't attract women in your real life, buying pheromones is not going to help you. Yes, it may give you a placebo effect and boost your confidence, which will help you. So maybe they will help you in that sense because they'll give you confidence. If you go out and you think that you're wearing some sort of magical thing that's going to attract women, you're going to have confidence, and women love confidence. But they're not going to get like the 300-pound guy who hasn't done anything to better his life or hasn't made the attempt to get good at women, because 300-pound men can be awesome with women. This is not what I'm saying, but it's not going to take the guy who's not good with women because of his own fallbacks and make him incredible with women without having to try. You know, anyone can get good with women, but you have to go out there and you have to put in months of work. You know, you need to learn how to talk to them. You need to become confident, overcome your fears, and it doesn't matter what you look like. Trust me, the most attractive thing to women, and what I would recommend, is becoming a guy who's crushing it in his own life and following his passion and his purpose, because this is sexy as hell to women. But that's for another video. So I don't think that pheromones are going to work outside of your home or in bars, minus a few girls who are crazy drunk and just lusting for sex. They might have an effect. This is just my experience. But I do think that pheromones are awesome in the bedroom and with girls that you know and who are comfortable around you. So in my example, I was with two girls who didn't have to put their guard up with me. We've already been together. We can be comfortable. So they kind of were able to let go of their inhibitions and let their primal urges take over. I don't think this is going to happen outside of your bedroom walls, but it's still pretty cool when it happens inside your bedroom walls. For a girl to maul you and attack you and just do cool shit to you, it's awesome. So I think that pheromones work. I mean, they obviously do work in humans, and humans excrete pheromones and attract mates. It's science. But I do think that these pheromones from Androtic Select actually do work. And I think that they work in the way of, when a girl has dropped her inhibitions and has kind of let go of her control and lets her instincts take over. But I don't think that this is the kind of thing that happens outside or in bars. So they work, but they're not magic. I would recommend putting in the work and getting good with women, and you can learn all about that on menprovement.com and through our other videos. So subscribe, and then maybe have pheromones if you are bringing a girl back to your house and you just want to make things a little bit more crazy, because it did work for me in that sense. So learn more for yourself, do your research. We've got a cool article on Menprovement that I linked to below. You can go to Androtic Direct or Phero Talk and talk on their forum. You can talk on our forum at menprovement.com about pheromones, and let me know what you think of pheromones in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
When you're done watching this video, make sure you head to menprovement.com and get your free ebook on how to triple your testosterone in 3 months or less. Then read one of our hundreds of self-improvement articles on improving every area of your life. After that, head to the Resource Center, which is unlike anything you have ever seen on the web. And lastly, join tens of thousands of men in listening to our self-improvement podcast with the most badass topics and incredible guests. That's at www.menprovement.com, the #1 self-improvement resource for men.